What does the term real property refer to? A. Land. B. Fixtures to land. C. Anything incidental or appurtenant to land. D. All of the above. The answer is D. All of the above. Real property encompasses land, fixtures to land, anything incidental or appurtenant to land, and anything immovable by law. This definition ensures that all aspects of the property, including permanent structures and legal rights associated with the land, are covered. Which of the following is not considered real property? A. Land. B. Fixtures to land. C. Personal belongings. D. Anything immovable by law. The answer is C. Personal belongings. Personal belongings are classified as personal property, not real property. Real property includes land and fixtures, while personal property refers to movable items not permanently attached to the land. What is a bundle of rights? A. The rights included in owning real property. B. The obligations of property ownership. C. The financial benefits of property ownership. D. The responsibilities of tenants. The answer is A. The rights included in owning real property. The bundle of rights refers to the set of legal privileges that accompany property ownership, including the rights to possess, use, exclude others, and dispose of the property. Which of the following is the highest form of land ownership both in medieval England and today? A. Life estate. B. Leasehold estate. C. Fee simple estate. D. Remainder estate. The answer is C. Fee simple estate. A fee simple estate is the most complete form of ownership, giving the holder the maximum rights to use and dispose of the property without time limitations. What is a fee simple absolute? A. A limited form of property ownership. B. The most complete form of property ownership. C. A temporary right to use land. D. A form of leasehold estate. The answer is B. The most complete form of property ownership. A fee simple absolute represents unrestricted ownership, allowing the owner to use the property indefinitely and transfer it freely. Which type of estate ends with the life of a person? A. Fee simple estate. B. Life estate. C. Leasehold estate. D. Remainder estate. The answer is B. Life estate. A life estate grants the right to use and possess property for the duration of a specified person's life. The interest in the property terminates upon the death of that person. What happens when a fee simple estate is subject to a condition subsequent and the condition is broken? A. The property is automatically transferred to a new owner. B. The former owner can retake possession of the property. C. The estate becomes a life estate. D. The property is auctioned off. The answer is B. The former owner can retake possession of the property. In a fee simple subject to a condition subsequent, if the condition is violated, the original grantor has the right to reclaim ownership by taking legal action or notifying the current owner. What does the term reversion mean in the context of a life estate? A. The right of possession goes to a third person. B. The right of possession returns to the original property owner. C. The property is sold to the highest bidder. D. The life tenant extends their ownership indefinitely. The answer is B. The right of possession returns to the original property owner. Reversion occurs when the property reverts to the original owner after the termination of a life estate. Which of the following describes a remainder estate? A. An estate that lasts for a fixed term of years. B. An interest in property that reverts to the original owner. C. An estate that goes to a third person after the life estate ends. D. An estate that cannot be transferred or sold. The answer is C. An estate that goes to a third person after the life estate ends. A remainder estate is an interest that transfers to a third party upon the termination of a life estate, giving that third party the right to possess and use the property thereafter. What is a leasehold estate? A. A form of property ownership. B. A temporary right to use and possess land. C. An estate that lasts for the life of a person. D. A fee simple absolute. The answer is B. A temporary right to use and possess land. Leasehold estates grant tenants the right to use and occupy land or property for a specified period as determined by the lease agreement without transferring ownership. What type of tenancy is determined by the length of the lease term? A. Life tenancy. B. Freehold tenancy. C. Leasehold tenancy. D. Fee simple tenancy. The answer is C. Leasehold tenancy. The nature and duration of a leasehold tenancy are defined by the lease agreement, which specifies the period during which the tenant can occupy the property. What does fee simple defeasible mean? A. Ownership with no conditions or limitations. B. Ownership that can be voided if certain conditions are met. C. A type of leasehold estate. D. An estate that lasts for the life of a person. The answer is B. Ownership that can be voided if certain conditions are met. Fee simple defeasible estates are subject to conditions which, if violated, can result in the termination of the estate and reversion of ownership to the original grantor or their heirs. Who is responsible for maintaining the property and paying taxes in a life estate? A. The reversioner. B. The remainder man. C. The life tenant. D. The original owner. The answer is C. The life tenant. The life tenant, who has the right to use and possess the property during the life estate, is also responsible for its upkeep and for paying property taxes. What is the right of possession called when it goes to a third person after a life estate ends? A. Reversion. B. Remainder. C. Leasehold. D. Fee simple absolute. The answer is B. Remainder. The remainder is the interest held by a third party, remainderman, who receives the right of possession after the life tenant's interest ends. What is an example of a condition subsequent in a fee simple estate? A. The property must be used as a school. B. The property must not be used for commercial purposes. C. The property can only be sold to family members. D. The property must be maintained by the life tenant. The answer is B. The property must not be used for commercial purposes. A condition subsequent imposes restrictions on the use of the property. If the condition is violated, for example, using the property for commercial purposes, the original grantor can reclaim ownership. How long does a power of termination last if not extended? A. 10 years. B. 20 years. C. 30 years. D. 50 years. The answer is C. 30 years. A power of termination in a fee simple defeasible estate lasts for 30 years from the recording date, unless extended by recording a notice of extension. Who has the right to possession in a leasehold estate? A. The landlord. B. The tenant. C. The remainder man. D. The life tenant. The answer is B. The tenant. In a leasehold estate, the tenant is granted the right to use and occupy the property for the lease term, as per the lease agreement. What type of estate can be transferred by gift, lease, or sale, but ends with the measuring life? A. Fee simple absolute. B. Fee simple defeasible. C. Life estate. D. Leasehold estate. The answer is C. Life estate. A life estate can be transferred, but its duration is limited to the lifetime of the person against whom it is measured, ending upon their death. If a life tenant dies before the person against whose life the estate is measured, what happens to the interest? A. It reverts to the original owner. B. It passes to the life tenant's heirs. C. It is voided. D. It goes to the remainder man immediately. The answer is B. It passes to the life tenant's heirs. If the life tenant dies before the measuring life ends, the interest is transferred to the life tenant's heirs and continues until the death of the measuring life. In what scenario can a power of termination not expire during the lifetime of the grantor? A. If the grantor is a corporation. B. If the grantor is a natural person and the grant was made without consideration to a governmental entity or a tax-exempt organization. C. If the grantor is a tenant. D. If the grantor is a remainder man. The answer is B. If the grantor is a natural person and the grant was made without consideration to a governmental entity or a tax-exempt organization. A power of termination does not expire during the grantor's lifetime if the grantor is a natural person and the grant was made without consideration to a governmental or tax-exempt entity.